Today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the Mega Bloks Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Baxter Mutation Lab. Included with this set, you get yourself a Mutation chamber, you get Leonardo, you get Baxter Stockman with Baxter Stockman fly components, you get yourself a foot soldier, and you get a couple of crates. So a really good sized set. I think, by the way, this set only is about $15, so they're fairly reasonable, which is something I mentioned with in another video review. I think it was the Pizzeria Showdown. That these are fairly reasonably priced collections. Leonardo does have a slashing action. I'll show you that when we get this opened up. It is recommended for ages 5 and up and has 73 pieces. Back of the package shows you what the build set will look like when you put it together. Comes with Leo, Baxter, and Foot Soldier. Really cool artwork on these. Shows you how to transform Baxter Stockman to the Fly. I'll show you guys that. Yeah, really fun little set. Not really much to be said for it. It's not one of the bigger sets, but all things considered, a pretty fun little set to say the least. www.tmnt.megabloks, that would be BLOKS, blocks.com. You can check out the other turtle lines that they've got coming out. And here's just another idea of some of the other sets that they've got coming out too. Most of these sets are already available in, well, I've only really seen these at Toys R Us. But also see too that the Pizzeria Showdown looks like it also connects somehow to the Sewer Lair playset. I'm not really sure how that would accommodate that in, you know, if you were actually playing with it, unless you've got a desk that has a hole through it, and then you can run it underneath. But yeah, really fun little sets. Spot's going to take a break and get this put together. When we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Baxter Mutation Lab. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. With everything built thanks to the help of the included instruction guide, didn't actually take very long to build. It took probably about 15 minutes, give or take. We now have ourselves the Mutation Lab all built. Before we have a look at the Mutation chamber, let's have a look at the figures that come in this set. First things first, we got ourselves Baxter Stockman. Coloring on all of these are really cool, and of course, because they're Mega Bloks, superposable as well. Hinged knees, ball joint legs, ball joint arms, pin hinged arms, I should say, the little hinge on there. Full rotation, rotation in the wrists, and of course, ball joint heads. So there you have Baxter Stockman. However, if you want to do something a little more creative with Baxter Stockman, they also include a bunch of fly accessories that you can swap out for. So what we want to do, I want to pop off, oops, not pop off Baxter's hair, pop off his head, pop off his arms, leaving you something that looks like that. Then we can swap them out for the fly arms, like that. Peg in the included fly wings. Just want to make sure we got these. I don't think there's a right or wrong way, but there we go. Maybe it actually goes the other way. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so put the fly wings in place, and finally the head. And there you've got Baxter Fly. He retains all the same posability, I guess, with the additional posability in the arms that now swivel. Everything else has stayed the same. Really garish looking fly face on Baxter Stockman. I love that they still kind of keep his hair similar enough. Show you guys a comparison. There is his human face versus fly face. I'd be inclined to kind of keep him, I think, as a fly. So there is Baxter Stockman. You also get yourself, well, you get yourself also a foot soldier, which I think by now, Spot's probably got about 7 of these. No real complaints there. I'm more interested, I think, in the classic foot soldiers, to be honest, but can't have enough of these, I think. Especially if you've got Shredder, you've got the Turtles, you need to have them fighting something. Posability on these guys, same hinge joint shoulders, rotation in the forearms, ball joint heads, ball joint legs, and hinged knees. Foot soldier also comes with 1 or 2 katana blades. It really all is a matter of how many katanas you want to give Leonardo, but you get a total of 3 in this set. And it looks like they're all the same katana blades. There's Yeah, they're all the same one, so it doesn't really matter who you give it to. So there you have Foot Soldier. And finally, also comes with Leonardo. Now to give you a comparison of this Leo versus the blind bag ones, there's Leonardo from the blind bag release. It's pretty much the exact same, although the shell on Leo is a little bit darker. This is now brown, whereas the blind bag had it more of a light color, light beige. His knee pads are black, and as you can see, a little bit absent in the way of the coloring around his feet. They've left it completely off for the blind bags, although both of them are still missing paint on the elbow pads. It's a bit of a shame, but at least it's something. Two different facial expressions as well. So I guess really with these two, you could mix and match the heads. They're really just on ball joints. You could pull apart, put together whatever turtle expressions you want. I kind of like this expression on Leo, and also this one. They have the same strap for their katanas, but this one has a little bit different of a shell to it, which is one of the reasons why I might switch out the faces. With Leo, it's like the old Superpowers figures. There's a button on the back that when you press it, he moves his arm. And it's one of those where you, depending on how you hear that little click, depending on where you put the arm, will determine what kind of slashing attack he has. And it just works as simple as that. Let's go ahead and give him a couple of katanas so I can show you what I mean. There we go. And once again, pressing the button on the back, Leo does a little slashing attack. If you don't want his arms back, again, you just move his one arm, click it into place, and he just can hold them regularly. This one arm is free to move. There's no gimmick attached to this one. It's only on this arm. There you have Leonardo, looking pretty cool. As a testament to the Nickelodeon turtles, I find I like the scale a lot bigger. The classic turtle, a little too small for my liking. I wish they were all kind of this size. It's a perfect size. You know what? We're going to take the katanas out of Leo's hands. There's a reason for it. I'll get to it, don't worry. And we'll put Leo right there. Move Baxter out of the way as well. He stands sometimes a little more difficult because he's got a big head. I think we all have that issue when we have big heads. It's a little harder for us to stand. There we go. Okay, so let's look at the mutation. I keep wanting to say mutagen. The mutation lab, which I guess would be just a chamber. Now this chamber, I think, shares the exact same sculpt as the Pizzeria Showdown, the water cooler. What they've done, though, is they just flipped it the other way around. So like this stuff, this bottom area, which is usually the unfinished area, ends up serving as the top piece for the mutation chamber. Coloring is nice. It's got that Foot Soldier purple going to it, the mutagen green color, some silver accents, and there's an adjustable arm that hinges at the bottom and also hinges at the top. This section here doesn't hinge, but it does have two bend points. The little top areas here, if you can take your turtle, see how there's little peg holes on the undersides? You want to attach those to the claw. It's a slightly awkward way for it to have been holding the turtle. You almost got to wonder how it would be holding this turtle in place. But you can have Leo being hung over top of the mutagen chamber, and you can maybe have the other turtle brothers coming to save him. Other accessories, we'll just let Leo hang around there for a bit. Other accessories, he comes with like a little vial, perhaps of mutagen. And you can just peg that there. You can have it free floating as well. In fact, even in the instruction wise, what ends up sitting on here is his little laptop. And the laptop opens just like a regular laptop. Little small, mind you. But it does have a screen and it does have a little keyboard. The instructions, or really any images of this, have the little laptop on it, but it doesn't really peg into place. It's a free floating, finished all around piece. So what you could always do is just have, I guess you could put, there's really no other place where you could put it, so just put the laptop there for the time being. The other things that come also with this are a couple of crates. very surprised to find that the crates are rubber. I expected them to be plastic, but no, instead they are rubber. And you can just stack them on top of one another like that if you so wish. You know, you could just kind of leave them around. And they serve as much purpose as the laptop, but it just adds to the playability of this. It's not a very big set, no, not at all. But it brings enough to the table that if a kid was picking up, you get 3 figures. You know, you get a turtle, which as a kid, you know, a kid's going to want at least a turtle for every build set. So Mega Bloks delivers that. You also get a side character that you may not get anywhere else. In this case, you get Baxter Stockman. And though we've seen him before, you get yourself also a foot soldier. So there's enough playability to appease any child that wants to just pick up a Turtles build set. A very easy build set as well. Didn't take, again, any time at all to put this together. And you can have some hours of fun. I think, again, this set was probably, I think it was about $15. It might have even been about $12. It's actually not that bad at all. But it certainly is growing I think if you ask me, a pretty successful line so far. Sky's the limit certainly for these. I hope we get more classic Turtle stuff, but in the meantime, I'm pretty thrilled that Mega Bloks is giving us Turtle build sets. Today we're having a look, there's the instruction guide. We're looking today at the Mutation Lab from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line, more importantly, the Nickelodeon line. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more collectible spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.